welcome back. So many companies and organizations are having to switch things up due to the coronavirus outbreak, and the Army is no exception to that. This morning, Captain William Shinego, New Orleans Company Commander for the United States Army Recruiting, is joining us now via StreamYard to explain how you all are taking recruiting virtually. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Hey, good morning, Malik. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for coming on the show. Very important because we need people to protect our country. You all are going virtually for the first time. The recruiting process, how does recruiting virtually work?
Okay, so you're absolutely right. This is unprecedented for the United States Army. When we're talking about virtual recruiting, well, I think it's first important to imagine us in our natural state, right? So typically, what you have in the New Orleans recruiting companies, you got 6 different independent recruiting stations. We've got one in Gretna, one in Homa, one in Metairie, Mandeville, Slidell, and then downtown New Orleans. Those stations, those are physical brick and mortar structures. You can walk into those stations. You can go ahead and get recruited at a desk right in front of a recruiter. The stations are closed though because of the COVID-19 crisis, just like schools are closed and other businesses are closed. But we're still considered essential employees and we're still recruiting because the United States has to maintain a semblance of readiness during crises like this. And also, we have to provide means for young people in New Orleans and other cities across America to join the Army.
That is completely true. I agree with that. Now, if I'm watching at home or I'm watching online right now, if I want to do the virtual recruiting process, how do I do it?
Okay, well, it's not hard. It's kind of the same as just pursuing any other job, right? So, what would you do if you wanted to find a job in plumbing, for instance? You go on Indeed.com or Monster.com, or you search the classified ads on a website like Facebook, and you look for those jobs. Well, those Army jobs, they're posted onto those employment sites, so you could just apply. And then a recruiter would reach out to you, and that would be a recruiter local to your area, somebody that you would know, a face that's already a member of your community that's been recruiting in New Orleans for the last 6 months to 3 years. Okay, so you do that, or you could just search for us on social media, like on Snapchat, on Facebook. We've got a presence on almost every single social media platform, and we're growing on places like Instagram.
And I know for me, with a virtual recruiting process, my biggest question is like, wait, I know basic training is such a big part of the recruiting process. How is that going to be different now?
Well, I think it's important to separate the recruitment process from the future soldier process, right? So what happens is the first thing you do basically is you apply to become a member of the Army. Now, a lot of people think, oh, the Army, that's kind of a last resort thing. Anybody can join the Army. No, that's not true. You're pretty bright, right, to join the Army. You got to be able to pass the ISAB test. That's like an aptitude test that lets you join the military, and basically it funnels you into a specific job and make sure that you're qualified for specific jobs in the military. And then once that process is complete, you become a future soldier and you've got to ship to basic training and then go to AIT. We call that entry level training in the Army. The thing is, the Army is going to continue to ship to basic training. We're going to
Okay.
continue to do that at about 50% speed with about half the number of applicants shipped to basic training than normal. So what's that mean if you're an applicant now? It means that your ship date might get pushed a little bit further on the right on the calendar, right? So you may not ship earlier, or excuse me, you may not ship as early as you'd like to. So the Army is taking special measures to make sure that we take care of individuals who apply now.
Which is
Um,
very important.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's say you've been laid off, right? Let's say you're looking for work or you're just a high school graduate and you're coming into a rough economy because right now unemployment is skyrocketing and it's very difficult to get a job under these conditions. So you wanted to join the Army for a while. You complete your application, you take the ASVAB, you qualify for the Army, you enlist, and you're about to ship. But your ship date gets pushed several months to the right. If you're an applicant, you need that money now. You need to be taken care of. So what the Army is doing is it's doing 2 things. Number one, you may qualify for the Future Soldier to Active Duty program. What that does is it assigns you to a recruiting battalion, just like the Baton Rouge recruiting battalion. That's the battalion I work for, and it makes you a soldier right off the bat. So you get paid just like an active duty soldier. They put you in a uniform, and that's before you even ship off the basic training.
You
Then
have so
eventually,
many resources available, which I think is great. I could be talking to you all day because I know two of my friends who are looking at joining the Army now, and it's good to see that you all are still doing that recruiting process. Captain, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and good luck out there.
thank you.
Of course, if you or someone you know is considering joining the Army, all you have to do is log on to goarmy.com/New Orleans or call 337-781-7689. Now, I'll also give you the chance to learn more about how they're helping future soldiers out there.